guys, and welcome back to my channel. So keeping with the Halloween theme, this is going to be my third Halloween tutorial of the season here. I wanted to give you guys some fun and easy ones to do. So this one is probably one of the easiest ones that I'm going to be doing. So this one is just the black and white to color melting that I saw. I had posted this one on my Instagram way back in the beginning of the month. But it was something that I really wanted to do. I worked for a Halloween party this past weekend, so I wanted to recreate it for you guys because I just loved how it turned out. Let's go ahead and get started with the makeup tutorial, but before we do, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and don't forget that notification bell. I'll put it right up there for you. And I appreciate all your love and support, and let's have a fun and safe Halloween, and let's go ahead and get started. So for this one, I already did my priming for it. I want to do just a basic primer. I did the Master Prime for Maybelline here, and then I did my professional just on my nose just to kind of cover up those extra spots right there, because we're going to do a lot of bright white makeup, so I wanted to make sure we did nice and clean. So what we're going to go ahead and do first is I'm going to go ahead and map out what my lips look like. Do the top half black and white and the bottom half color. So let's go ahead and map out. And map out with a NYX white eyeliner. It's just a basic white eyeliner, and I'm going to go ahead and map out where I want everything to be. Keep in mind when doing the drips as well, they don't have to be perfect because they're drips, so you can get them as close to this as you can. Alright guys, and as you can see, it's going to be just a base for now. I may change this up just a little bit. Keep in mind while you're doing this look, it's going to be a little bit cartoony, so it doesn't have to be exactly right, but it's just as close as you can get to it. Before we get started, what I want to do the white first, and then I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the color, just because I want to make sure that white stays nice and put in place, and then we're going to go back in with all the other features as well. So for the white, I'm going to go ahead and use this LA Girl Pro White Foundation. I'm really liking this one for the Halloween season because it does exactly what I need it to do, and it's not face paint, so I find that it sets a little bit better, but it is one that you're going to have to set in place. When doing this too, make sure you get right up in the hairline. And since this foundation is a medium to light coverage, I like to let it soak in for a second and then put a second layer down before I set it into place. Now that you're looking nice and ghostly, I'm going to go ahead and set everything in place just a little bit, so then that way when I do the rest of it, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, the drips, with a makeup remover wipe, but we'll go ahead and get started with that in just a second. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just take a basic white eyeshadow. This is one right here, just from Sephora. It's just, like I said, a basic pure white, and I'm going to go ahead and put everything back in place. Right, and then once you feel like you have a pretty good base down, I'm going to go ahead and use some makeup remover wipes and just take it just on my finger here and then just kind of wipe around. You can still see the eyeliner through what you just did because, like I said, it's a medium to light coverage foundation. So I'm going to just go ahead and carve those drips back out. So this is kind of what it should look like. Definitely touch it up as we go, or you keep using your makeup remover wipe and kind of get it perfected. But as we go, we're going to go ahead and start putting some black on and defining it a little bit more once we get to that stage. And plus, we're going to be using our same color foundation, so we're going to be able to soften that up and put some more details into it. But for now, this is going to be our base. So the next thing that I want to do, eyebrows and my eyes, because that's going to be the next most challenging part. And then we'll work on contouring and everything like that. So keep in mind when you're doing this look, this whole section, this top part, is all going to be black and white. And those cool tone shadows is really going to be helpful. What I recommend is the Nightingale palette that we got in our BoxyCharm. It'd be a really great one, just because for that one, a lot of these colors right up here are going to be really great for this look, and that's what I'm going to use today. Let's go ahead and move into the eyebrows and the eyes. Alright, so for the eyebrows today, I'm going to be using this eyebrow pomade from e.l.f. This one's in the shade medium browns because I really want to have those eyebrows have that really blocky black and white look. And just like that, the eyebrows are done. So for the eyes, like I said, I want to use this Nightingale palette. I think this one is going to be perfect for this look. There's also one colors in here in the Masquerade one that we got in our last BoxyCharm. I'm going to use this one right here and the silver down here. I think those are also going to be really great for the eye as well. Looking at the picture just right down here, you can see that the eye is very dramatic, very angled, much a black eye or black smoky eye, so it's going to be relatively easy. I say overall this look is pretty easy to do. I did set my eyes with a little bit of white eyeshadow just on the eye completely, but I want to go ahead and use this black jumbo pencil from X. It's just a basic black, and I'm going to go ahead and start blacking out the eyes just a little bit just to get that base down. Then we're going to be working in these other colors, making it like a really angled black smoky eye. Again, remembering that the only colors you're really going to need is black, white, and gray, so keep that in mind while we're doing this look. Alright, so now that you have everything pretty much done on the top, I'm going to go ahead and spray down the top of my face just to make sure everything stays in place. Should have been relatively fast because, like I said, we're only using about 3 different colors, so really you're just getting the perfecting down. So now going on to the bottom part of the face, it's going to just be your favorite foundation, whatever that is for you. I'm going to go ahead and use Fenty foundation. That's one of my favorites. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put it onto the bottom, but I'll show you in just a second how I do that. For this, I'm actually going to use a flat shader brush for my foundation. So I just have a little bit here brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and outline all the lines with my foundation, and then I'm going to use a sponge for the rest of it. Okay, so now that you have all of that makeup on, you're going to go ahead and set the bottom part of your face with just your normal foundation powder. I'm going to use the Fit Me powder. I'm in shade 220. So I'm just going to take that on a big fluffy brush and just set the bottom part of my face. Okay. So now here comes the fun part. Do all the shade and make this look a little bit more realistic. We're going to do it black and white and brown. So going back into this Nightingale palette, I'm going to use a lot of these ones right here. So in this row, probably mostly just the Shoop one right down here at the bottom. It's kind of like a chocolatey brown color, or the After Midnight, which is a gray. We're going to go underneath all these drips and make them look a little bit more realistic, because if they are dripping down your face, or if the black and white was dripping down your face, there would be shadows from the drips. So we want to go ahead and work on those next, and then go ahead and kind of show the drips coming down. Alright, so for the next part, now that we have kind of our drips pretty much mapped out, go ahead and touch up with the sponge a little bit just on like the nose area here if it got a little muddy. Just make sure you do it very, very softly though, so then that way you're not disturbing what you're doing here. I like to just do, like I said, just a little bit of the lighter shade that I showed you guys there, just kind of blend it into the skin. Do the contouring part, because if you're looking at your face in black and white, you would have all your contour done. So this one you're going to have to go very, very light on, just because again we're using such a dark color now to contour, because keep in mind you can't use any colors, so just grays and blacks. So what I'm going to do for this is actually take a big fluffy brush like this. This one is the Morphe E28 brush. I'm going to use this to contour like my nose and my cheek area. I'm going to be very, very light-handed with this. So for this one I want to take something like this one, Nocturnal, or even like a shade kind of like this one here, like a gray blue shadow, some green undertones in it as well. And then those would be really good for light contouring, because you have to keep in mind you want it to be light but not too dark. Keep in mind that while you're doing your makeup, black and white is going to be a little bit more intense. You can see right there it looks contoured without being too intense. And again, this is I'm taking the lighter out of the two colors and just kind of doing that same thing and just building up as I go. And then now doing it just for the cheeks. It depends on where you did your drips. Mine on this side, this one was a little bit higher than normal. This one is a little bit lower. So I'm going to do just a little bit on this one here. Again, be very light-handed though when doing this, because again, keep in mind you're blending into drips, so you don't want it to blend too much. So I'm going to stay with the lighter color here. I'm going to take that same brush and I'm going to go right around the hairline and do a little bit of contouring. Again, the best way of doing this would be to lighten it up as you go instead of going dark. And then I'm going to take it just right in here, because I really want to intensify that temple area also. That for me is pretty good. You could take just, like I said, darker gray kind of color and just go right up on the hairline just in this area. This is probably the most that I will do it, but make sure it's really nicely blended in. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it just up here. But that's about all I'm going to do for that part of it. I'm going to go ahead and do my lips down, everything below. So for this color, it's going to be really rich, deep red. I'm going to use this Urban Decay lip liner in Venom. It's a really pretty deep red kind of color. So I'm going to go ahead and outline my lips. Alright, and so that's what the lips look like on this. If you want to intensify it further, you could always go ahead and take your black and then just outline just a little bit, which I might actually do. I'm going to go ahead and go back into that black from that same Nightingale palette. It's called All Nighter, and I'm just going to go just on the outsides of my lips. And so that's what it looks like on the lips, and the last thing you'll notice is that the lips are really glossy. It gives a really different element to the look as well. So I'm going to use this lipstick from Face. This is the lip injection one. This is in Milkshake, and I'm going to go ahead and just go over the lips just in the middle just to give it that really juicy look. Now I'm just going to do my lashes real quick and I'll be right back. Guys, so this is the finished makeup look here. I added just a couple little like ripple looking ideas just on the ends there, just so it looks a little bit more realistic to having things drip down your face. This is the finished makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys have a safe and happy Halloween, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!